Hello, Mallards. It is Sunday, and I had meant to record this earlier, but all of my events just like lined right up today, and so there was no break in between. Yes, I am sitting on the new couch. I put the cushions on for reasons, and so here we are. It's a rarity. Enjoy it. It will probably not happen again. Today, I went to a meeting about 54 West, which is the new theater that Fringe is going to take over. It was sort of a brainstorming session. We talked about several different parts, mainly ticketing, like how much should tickets be? How should ticketing work? What sort of tickets should they offer for events here? What sort of programs should they offer and should they do? And how should they handle like diversity and accessibility? And so I went to a meeting to take notes, and there were several other members of the theater community there. It was really interesting to hear their opinions. It's nice for me to see how what they want lines up with what I want to come out of this program. And I'm hoping that Fringe will be able to achieve all of my dreams, which is to essentially create an affordable community space that fosters new creativity and diversity in the theatrical arts, in all of the theatrical arts, not just like traditional plays and musicals and shows, but also like opportunities for people who do dance or people who do puppetry or any other of a myriad of theater things like, oh, I don't know, interactive, immersive, weird stuff. No, maybe. So that was really nice. It felt very productive. It was interesting to hear everybody else's opinions. And they have 5 more meetings, like 5 more brainstorming sessions, 2 of which happen tomorrow and Tuesday, and I won't be there because I'm going to Musical Mondays and Playdate. But then in a couple of weeks, they have a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday again, and I'm going to skip Musical Mondays and Playdate in order to go because I really want the chance to like hear what everyone in the community is saying about this, and also to hear like what Fringe's plans are. I'm very curious. And then the other thing that I did today is I got to go to a reading for a pilot script, a half-hour comedy pilot that Siobhan O'Loughlin has written. So a bunch of the PDT community got together and read this script, and I got to read the main character, which was a shock for me. I think that at the last PDT show, I read the tongue twister really, really well, and it made Siobhan decide that I am the person who can do cold reads, which isn't necessarily wrong. I am a very good reader, and so I can pick up things and figure stuff out, but it was just really funny that I got selected. But the show is called My Boyfriend Bernie, and it essentially revolves around a young woman in New York who's really sad that Bernie Sanders had to drop out of the presidential election and decides that she wants to use political activism, and particularly joining the Democratic Socialist movement to try and change the world. And the fun thing about the script is that it sort of like flips between this like fantastical element and a real world element. It's very funny, incredibly cleverly written. Siobhan did a great job. We had a wonderful time reading it, and it was fun just to sit in a room with a bunch of people and give feedback and talk about television and the creation of television and come up with different ideas for things. As you probably know, idea creation and like inspiration is my crack. Like I love the creation phase of things and the brainstorming phase of things. So I got to do 2 brainstorming activities today, and that's like far and above an awesome day for me. And it was also really fun to get a chance to use some of the knowledge I have of the television industry, which I have a fair amount just because I'm fascinated by specifically television as a medium. I know a lot less about film, but I know a fair amount about the television industry, and it was fun to be able to talk through some of that. So that was my day. It was super freaking fun. And now I did not do several of the blogs that I needed to do, so I'll have to work on that. But you know, there's time for that later. And I still need to finish a parody for Musical Mondays tomorrow, but I've got all day tomorrow to deal with all of that, and you'll have to come and join me to see if I do it. I'll see you tomorrow.